going on, everyone? This is Marco once again. As I mentioned from my previous video, been kind of busy with a lot of things going on, from my last work issue stuff, and now I am, as I mentioned, still following my career path as I'm still going through OCS in the Army National Guard. I am literally 2 months away from my phase 3 to start, and as of right now is possibility that I will be going to Washington, and then after that do my 2 weeks over there for phase 3 and then come back and be commissioned. As of right now, my plan is to still branch aviation. That is still my main goal. I have had to go through a lot of hoops to get where I'm at, because I wasn't really getting the proper assistance, and then those that were supposed to be helping me out weren't really helping me out, let alone a lot of them that were supposed to also be helping me out. All they cared about was my age. I am currently 34 years old. When I did my research, they said that you needed to be 33 by the time you start flight school. However, if you are aware, being in the military, most of the time, pretty much for everything, there is a waiver for pretty much anything. And a 1 year gap should not make a difference. Luckily, I was able to find a lieutenant who's currently helping me out on all this stuff, creating my packet so that I can get ready for the board and hopefully be endorsed to be able to get all my aviation going and being able to be selected for a flight branch. And as of right now, I have currently started some of my packing list for my aviation packet. I will drop a link somewhere. I will attach the link somewhere right here. It's a pretty lengthy one, but it doesn't have much. It goes into depth of what you need. It's like 3 letters of recommendation, signed off by commanding officer. You have to take the flight medical exam, which I will also be taking that shortly in like 2 weeks. But I currently quickly got assigned, one of the main things that you have to do is your SIFT exam, and I quickly got it assigned by my lieutenant, who's currently helping me out. He was able to lock me in a spot for today, as that's where I'm currently en route to go take my SIFT exam. You just have to kind of look around where you can take the SIFT exam. According to what they said, it's anywhere where there's a computer system, like pretty much wherever you can take the ASVAB, you should be able to take the SIFT exam. However, for me, when I did my ASVAB, I did mine in Riverside, which was closer to my house. For some reason, I had to come all the way to Los Alamitos to take it. But it is what it is. I just want to make sure that I can get my packet going and go from there. And as I mentioned, right now I'm going to Los Alamitos to be able to take my SIFT exam. I'm trying to get a good score on it and make sure my package is strong with the good SIFT score. And if you're not aware of the SIFT exam is mandatory to take, and you must pass to be able to go into the Aviation Branch. For the SIFT exam, it is the way I did my research and the way it was explained was it's ranked between you get a pass or fail, and the score between your pass or fail is 20 to 80 with a passing of a minimum of 40. It doesn't really explain or specify on how you actually pass. It is broken down into 7 categories. I'll put down the list right here. It has 7 different types of categories, from math, reading comprehension, and hidden figures. I'll put them all down right here below. And then after that, you apparently get your actual score, and it's broken down to 7 categories, but the minimum passing score is 40, with the lowest apparently being 20 and your highest being 80. So they didn't really specify on how it's broken down, how you pass or how you fail. I was able to do some studying. I was fortunate to do some studying and research. Luckily, some of it's fairly similar for me, since as I mentioned before, I am currently also doing flight school. So I've done some of my flight FAA knowledge exams. Slightly different because I am currently training on a fixed wing, and it's a lot different than a helicopter, of course. So certain components, certain aspects are worded differently, certain parts and equipment are worded differently. So I just have to kind of, make sure that I could kind of differentiate between them and go from there. But other than that, guys, as of right now, I am on my way to do my SIFT exam. And I'll let you guys know how it goes, and hopefully everything works out well. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. So yeah, guys, I just got done with my SIFT exam. Had little hiccups over here because I guess this, computer system technology was not up to speed or updated or something. So we had to leave Los Alamitos and go to a different base and be able to take our exams. I was not the only one. There was, I believe, a total of almost 15 people. A majority of them were taking like their ASVAB or something like that. And I think it was only like 5 or 6 of us, including myself, that were taking the SIFT exam. I do not know what everyone got. I don't know if they passed or anything like that. But I did do my exam. I was actually very surprised when I got my score. I'm not gonna lie, I literally did not think it was gonna go that well. At the end, I was able to do my last 2 components or sections of the SIFT exam, which is the mathematical and mechanical comprehension information. And when I did it, I was able to complete both of them before my 15-minute period was over. So that was kind of weird for me. So it quickly bypassed the mathematics after I don't know how many questions I got, and then after that it took me to the mechanical one, and then the same thing. I still had a sufficient enough time to complete it all, and I completed it all. And once that was over, it literally just spit me out. Went to another page, and I was looking for my score, and when I saw my score, it said I got a 55. So I was really proud. I was not only proud, but I was very surprised. I am not gonna lie, because at the beginning it went fairly well with some of the categories. Like I mentioned, there's seven categories or sections, and some of them were very, very easy, as I mentioned, but others were somewhat difficult, such as like the hidden figures. That was a little challenging. The Army aviation questionnaire, that was somewhat challenging. Some of the questions that I studied for were not on the exam. Some of them were, but a lot of them were not. So I was pretty, glad that I actually completed it, and I guess I did very well on it. Let's see. I got over 70 on the one that you have to get, where it is simple drawing. That's what it's called. The second one was the hidden figure or pattern. After that was the I forgot what they call it. I'll put it somewhere right here. You have to kind of look at it, an angle of how it would seem to be if you were in the cockpit, such as, are you flying directly straight, climbing, descending, or banking, or a combination of one or the other. That one was fairly easy. However, I'm not gonna lie, the exam that I saw, the pictures and everything, was really weird. It looked like they were completely outdated. But other than that, you could still somewhat tell what it is. It shows half and half land, half sea, and then the vision of what you are possibly doing: banking, climbing, and descending. After that was the Army aviation course or questions. Giving you a lot of questions about, like, I guess what the Army and Aviation Branch is all about. That was, like I said, somewhat challenging. Some of the questions that I done were not on there when I was practicing online and stuff like that. Like I said, very few were on there, but not very many. Let's see. After that was done, I was able to take a 15-minute break. And you were able to take the 15-minute breaks if you like, or you could continue. It was your preference, and it gave you a warning that you were no longer going to be able to take that type of break. After that break was over, I just went to go use the head, came back. I think I still had like maybe around 8 to 10 minutes to spare. I just clicked continue so I could go forward. And then after that was my math, the reading comprehension, the mathematical comprehension afterwards, and the mechanical one. And that was pretty much it. After that was done, like I said, it split me to another little screen, gave me my score, and the sergeant that was in charge of it emailed me my score, and she's gonna put all that information, print it out, sign it, because she's the one that has to sign it. He or she will have to sign your letter to make sure that it is official. And then she mentioned that she would be inputting it into my iPerms, which once you get into the military, iPerms is pretty much a file or website of all your records, everything you have done, everything you have accomplished, all your awards and stuff like that. It's all in there. That's where my aviation stuff will be at. So now it's just, my next step will be to conduct my full aviation medical flight exam and go from there. Most likely for me, I think the nearest one for my medical will be Fort Irwin, because like I mentioned, I'm in Southern California, and my closest one will probably be Fort Irwin, which is about 2.5 hours away from me or so, depending on traffic. And if you do not know where Fort Irwin is, it's in San Bernardino County, and you are pretty much borderline going towards Vegas. It's in the middle of nowhere, and that's pretty much it. And other than that, guys, I look forward to any comments, questions, or concerns. Feel free to drop them down below. And like I mentioned, I apologize for my previous videos. Like I said, obviously it was a small delay due to certain issues of my career employment and stuff like that. But you just got to keep moving forward, and nothing's gonna happen until you change it yourself, and that's what my whole plan is. So all right, guys, I'll see you guys next time, and most likely it'll be for my flight physical.